Hello Cancer and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading by analyzing your past. What's happened? A very significant event of your past which is coming up in your reading. It's a deep breath. This deep breath is about it talks of just like taking a deep breath before you dive into something. It talks of taking a deep breath, of releasing, of exhaling, of it's like something getting over and you can breathe easy. Let's see what the tarot is going to tell us about this deep breath. So is there been something which has been very challenging for you, and you've really needed to take a deep breath, a big gulp of breath before you can dive into it? Or there has been an event which has kind of got over, things have cleared up, and now you're able to breathe easy. We have the Seven of Coins, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Page of Cups. It talks of a situation which you have left behind, a situation where nothing, you can do nothing about it. You can do nothing about it, so you have moved away from there. But with the Page of Cups, it is talking of your intuition is still connected to this event. It is it's like you're not able to breathe easy with it, you're not able to do anything about it, but at a certain level you have moved away from it. Just see how it is working in your situation. But it does talk of something regarding which you can do nothing as of now, that is in the past. You've decided to disconnect, you've decided to move away, but your intuition is such that you feel that it is not quite over, though you have distanced yourself probably, but you feel connected to it. You see the rope is around the wrapped around the ankle, so there is something which is holding you to the situation, but at some level you have disconnected. See how it is fitting in for you. Let's explore this. Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords. So yes, that situation, I would say that you have distanced yourself from something. You have probably walked away to create the distance, but you have not given it up. The situation is not over and done. With Seven of Wands, you are still holding on, you are defending your stand from the situation. Maybe so far we've not got any group energies, right? So far Cancer, your situation is such that there is something regarding which you can do nothing, yet you have moved away, but you have not given up on it. There is a decision hasn't been reached. Things have not become clear whether it's going to be this way, that way. You're involved, not involved, you're active, you're passive. Everything is undecided. The situation is, like I said, it's on the fence, and but there is something you cannot give up. I wouldn't say control, but since that word came, I will say that you are not allowed to, or you feel that you are not in a situation where you can give up on this particular situation and you need to be at it. But it is quite strange that you are being at it, yet you have moved away from it, but you are still tied to it. So let's see what this situation is about, which is like, it looks a little complicated, that you're part of something in which you can do nothing, yet you cannot walk away from it, yet you cannot avoid it or neglect it. Let's see what these cards are. Now this is your present. So you have the Spirit of Gratitude, you have Awakening Genius, and you have a Powerful Move. With these cards, they talk of being very grateful for all said and done. You are grateful for this. There's a big question mark on this, so just see how it works for you, Cancer. So you are grateful for whatever the situation is, whatever is happening over there, but you have a deep inner knowledge about this particular thing, this particular event, and you know that is the reason you are connected to it. You have not been able to move away from it because it is not over. Let me say you're a passive participant, right? So you know that you are you're not doing anything about it, you're just going with the flow, not being able to do anything. But things in the current time are all set to change and be poised for the change. And you, Cancer, with this Awakening Genius card, you have an inner knowing in which direction this thing is going, in which direction this situation is going. You're not able to for some reason say it, or maybe you have said it, so passively probably you are giving your contribution to it, and that how things are going to move, but you are not one of those people who is actively hands-on with respect to the situation. Let's see what the tarot is going to tell us. So this is your present. There is something, a very, very powerful move coming up. The universe is set to do something regarding your situation, Cancer. Let's see what it is. The Magician. So magic is being created, something is being created. Let's see. Nine of Cups, some kind of a wish fulfillment regarding this situation. So if you had some wish, you expressed some wish regarding this situation, you can be quite sure that the way the magical energies are, somehow your wish is going to come true. Justice is going to be done. There is going to be a transformation in the entire situation, and you have to move away from it. So very rightly, there has been something where you are not able to participate very actively. You are a passive participant in this. Now the energies are such that they're getting together. Maybe you said something, you had a certain wish, desire regarding this. It is very likely to happen. These are very, very powerful cards: Justice, Death, and Eight of Cups. The universe and the Magician is also major arcana card. So whatever the universe is doing, it is creating some kind of magic. It is creating some kind of energy wherein this entire situation is going to get completely transformed. Justice will be done to you, Cancer, because probably you are not thinking on the same lines the way most people are, and that is why probably you kept your distance. That's why you're not a hands-on worker with regard to the situation. But you do feel, with your awakening genius, you have that inherent knowledge. You have a very strong intuition that something is not quite right. Probably that is why you don't want to be part of something which seems to be inherently wrong, unethical, or incorrect, right? And that is why you are not able to take a call, because you know that it is wrong, so you cannot leave it. And that is why you can't even work on it, because it goes against your grain of ideals and the right thing to be done. But now this way that cards are coming out, the universe is probably going to make your wish come true. It is probably going to bring to light what is working, what is not working, so that whatever the situation is, it comes to an end. There is a possibility of transformation, and there is a possibility of moving away. Let me explore these cards a little bit. What is this Death, Justice, and Eight of Cups? Because I can see that you will finally, here you are sitting on the fence, not able to decide. But whatever the universe is going to do now, you will be able to move away from this situation. This situation has been one which has caused you a lot of distress, a lot of anguish. It's bothered you and troubled you a lot, and all that is going to come to an end once this Justice and the Death card comes up. Something is going to break away, something is going to be cut away, something is going to be moved away from your life, from this situation, so that justice can be done. It comes into a new balance, and when probably a new balance comes in, things need to be revised, things need to change, so that they can proceed forward. Ace of Cups. This is again a card which talks of new beginnings, happiness coming your way, that whatever was wrong, whatever was not quite good and not quite clear, is all going to come out in the open. Is justice is going to be done. You will feel happy that probably things will flow in the correct manner. They should flow in the required manner, let us say, right? Queen of Swords and the Tower. Ooh. So we have things becoming very, very crystal clear for you, Cancer, in the days to come. With the Queen of Swords, it is somebody, definitely a feminine figure, or let us say anybody who is going to speak the truth, who is going to bring to light the entire truth of this situation. Is going to be very, very drastic, but the entire confusion is going to clear up. The whatever is built is if it is able to sustain itself, which is quite unlikely, it is all going to crumble. The untruths, the falsehoods are all going to crumble. You will see the entire this particular situation for what it is. What is true will stay, what is false is all going to come out in the open. Everybody will be able to see the falsehood. Everybody will see how things have been covered up. Everyone will see whatever has been happening, and then that is why we have the Eight of Cups. You'll finally see the reality of the situation, and you will see how it needs to be changed, how it needs to be dealt with. At least you will know what is working, what is not working, and then move on. Now let us see what is in the future, what is coming up. Some of you could already be in this energy, Cancer, maybe, and some of you, for you, it is just round the corner, right? So what's coming up in the future? We have Great and Full. This is quite like the Ace of Cups, where it talks of a lot of gratitude, a lot of happiness for whatever. I mean, this is also a card of abundance. You feeling that whatever comes your way has come let's say in copious amounts. We have the Five of Swords here. However, in the days to come, whatever the situation is, it looks rather unpleasant, and that is why there is going to be this set of people. Somebody is going to feel like a winner and somebody is going to feel like a loser, but loser as in, not in the derogatory sense, but somebody will feel that they've lost and somebody will feel they have gained. And those who have lost, they'll really have no face to show to anybody. And I do feel like a very strong sense in this Cancer that you are the one who probably knew all along, because of this Genius card, because of your intuition, the way things are going to go. So there are going to be people who were the active participants, who were probably very determined to do what they wanted to do. They are the ones who will be losing face in this. Three of Wands, you have to take a good look at what you're moving towards now, because whatever has crumbled, whatever has got over, and whatever remains, now it is for you to see, Cancer, what you do with the remains, right? There is Four of Swords and there is Knight of Swords as well. So at a certain level, once things clear up, it definitely gives us peace of mind, deep breath. We are relaxed because now we know what is what. Once we know what is what, that solves half the problem, and then we know that whatever has gone, but now we know that, all right, I have this much left, now I need to work with that. And then the planning will not the planning but the thought process of what to do with whatever has remained, those thought processes are going to get activated. Let us continue the reading. We have the Knight of Swords over here, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Whatever the situation is, it's going to be really heavy on everybody. Like you will really need to move forward with the situation, no doubt. But you have that, whenever it's like the dust settles, right? So after this Death card, the Tower card, whatever, you wait for the dust to settle, and meanwhile you know that, all right, whatever was looming has happened. Now I know what I'm left with, and now I know I need to proceed with it. In a certain sense, you have that peace of mind that, okay, now you're not dealing with falsehood. The falsehood has been exposed, the reality has been seen, so whatever is left, let me start moving ahead with that. But it's going to be emotionally a heavy time, because that whatever it is, that sense of loss takes a little time to be dealt with. Events happen, but at the energy level, thought level, emotion level, they take a lot longer to release. So you might feel really, really burdened that what happened, and looking back at the past, and it's going to be heavy days, for some of you, for all of you rather, for heavy days to come. But you will really, like with the Knight of Swords, know that let me proceed, I have to move forward with whatever the situation is, and we need to deal with it, right? So how you're going to deal with it and all of that is going to be a very burdensome time for you. Let's see what this card is. Sixth chakra. This sixth chakra talks of your connection with the universe, Cancer, and I feel all of you have a very strong intuition about this. The sixth chakra shows that you had that some vision about this entire thing, right? And you knew how it is going to play out, because your intuition is also quite strong. And here I get this card of Journey. It talks of the ending of one and the beginning of one, and rightly so. Whatever is standing on shaky ground is definitely going to be put through the test, whether it can withstand that test and those trying times. Whatever finishes in that is over and done with, and whatever is left, you need to proceed with that. So there is this journey, is this twin journey of ending and beginning. Something gets over, but whatever remains, you need to start with that all anew. I have got this card, Goddess of the Moon. It talks of, it's a card of, I'll get another one on this, because the Moon card is definitely of secrecy, and we have experienced a new moon yesterday itself, right? So maybe there was this event which has just happened, okay, somewhere, give it a few days here and there, before and after the new moon. Yin yang. So so you need to really bring a balance into the situation. Again, speaking of balance, we have the Angel of Balance. So these cards are definitely saying that whatever is now, whatever is over and whatever is coming, you need to get a balanced view. You need to bring a new balance into the situation, and it is definitely connected with the root chakra. So the root chakra is starting from scratch. starting from scratch for some of you. I'll get a clarifier on this. And with the root chakra, it can also talk of, things connected to house, things connected to finances, things connected to investment, which are very, very basic. This is the root chakra, so it is the basic core energy, which we need, which is primarily body, food, house, money. Right? We cannot survive if we don't have either of these, or any one of this is missing. So just see, whether this is connected with your job, your core finances, your house, or your health. So something will need to start all over again. What is this card about? Six of Cups, which is again looking back at the past. Two of Cups, patching up things. Even with this, it talks of, you need to look back at your relationship with people. You need to look back at and see, what you were doing vis-a-vis these people, and you need to come up with a new plan for this. Speaking of which, we have the Ace of Coins. So there has to be a completely new beginning to your situation. You will probably need to work with the same people all over again, but the dynamics are going to change. We have the Cups cards over here, so there is a requirement for emotional healing, emotional patching up, forgiveness, and sharing your emotions about this entire thing, and then proceeding forward. So this is very, very important, Cancer, that you need to patch up with people. Obviously, when things are gone awry completely and so drastically, the way the cards are saying, it will take some time to get back to an even keel with people who have been the root cause of things coming down, things going awry, things breaking down. It takes a lot of time. So there are relationships which would require healing before you can proceed with them to build something new, right? So with that, I'll wrap up your reading, Cancer. Thank you for watching.